Hey. Hey, Toxic. Hi, hi. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm okay. Just feeling a bit from work, but oh well. That's thing. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. Decided to go live. I want to finish this expansion for Final Fantasy as soon as I can. Hopefully I can finish it today. I'm gonna head in now though, and we'll see. Also, we'll see how bad my throat gets. Oh, I forgot to reload the overlays. I'm a bad girl. Oh, yeah. There we go. So we're in this spooky, creepy area. We need to speak to Olianje for Unburdened Wings. Soul without body, a form without being, a form of being which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I chose to believe he is not lost, forever lost to us. Waiting for Christmas Eve, ooh. Christmas Eve, ooh. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm, that we might confront and defeat Metion. Justinian, Rose, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. Don't eat too much. You don't eat too much, but well, oh dear. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there's a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Mateon said these dragons are shadows in shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please, be careful. Traditional something woo. Let us split up, gather what knowledge we may. Say Losk. A visitor? Not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguished life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee! Alas! With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade. Hey, Niccolo! And so we wait for its inexorable march onto oblivion. Let me guess, putting something in my mouth. These nuts in my mouth. If thou art not to come hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Yeah, knew it, called it. Didn't have to type it. I'm learning. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost. So glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. I bought the game you suggested, Icaro. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could feel these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Bird of the ear. Base Omicron. Omicron? Oh no! Am I gonna catch COVID there? Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. Only watch, and wait, and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Knoll, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will. I shall remain. Okay, I'll go to Knoll. Level cheater, oh my. Well, seeing that there, I'm definitely guessing it is Omega. Like, this is where the Omega, Midgar, Samir, and Omega came from. Astinian. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes, and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on the Etheris. Miss Gartimer's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vitra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. A murky liquid has pooled inside the eggshell. The noxious fetor is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. The egg appears to be broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonet was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here, or its sire, for that matter. We should look for them, and start with the cliff tops. You start with the cliff tops. I'll start with I'll search the plains. I suspect this is where Midgar and Omega originated from before coming to Etheris. Oh hey, there's the A rank. Bereaved dragon, oh no. Malformed dragonet, oh no. Speak with the bereaved dragon. The boisterous howling hath been quieted. By thy hand, I presume. Everything alright? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within Almnol are indeed mine. If life within one did to quicken, the beast thou hast slain may have been of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon, in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire, fury, rage, and rancor we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet, when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In the purest soil, replete with Aphia, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What a few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. Yuna, thanks for the follow. How you doing? But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the rival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence. You doing okay? Just put new PJs on. Ooh my. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim you're the kindest Dune? But there is another star. Aww. Allows one of the thing, Astral Fire, Rumble Ice, and Free Rumble Hearts. Swap into the opposite element will allow you to execute Paradox. Okay, what does Paradox do? Deals unaspected. Unaspected damage with potency of 500. Refreshes duration of fire. Astral Fire. Grants that fire starter. Or in Blizzard, its next cast is immediate. Requires no MP to cast and refreshes. Okay. Hugs, Yuna. What about... Oh, not you. Traits. Traits? What was Aspect Mastery for? Paradox Marker. Fire and Blizzard become Paradox when the Paradox marker is active. Okay. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand, and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. As much as I want to use this thing, feel bad stream to just listen to if you know nothing about Final Fantasy XIV. Oh dear. Basically, we've gone to we've gone off planet. We've gone to a different star altogether. Planet, star, quote unquote. They're same difference. Basically to find a being called Meteion, who is causing the end of the world on our star, unintentionally, mind you. But yeah, she's causing it, and we got to try and stop her. We've gone to this star full of like dead dragons and whatnot, who are feeling grief and whatnot for everything they've done. Basically, a war they fought. Are you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Rose, Estinian. But as for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of what our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone into the potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the operators to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is, we've no way forward. At present, aye. If it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Meteion's, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict, and have chosen the path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons, or anyone on this island, to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife, without irrefutable proof that the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Meteion made to make us then and there on the Ragnarok, as she would have succeeded if not for Thancred. And she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it could be done again, in like a manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Meteion herself, against whom Thancred did put himself in a clash of wheels, though I mark no leader among them. As such, I chanced to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone, threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain, may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me naught against his calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. I'll end, they call him, in the dragon tongue, and thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what do we have to lose? Let's get going. Okay. Test of will. Tap 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 tap. Cute chocobo. Ba ba da ba da 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 ba da da. Splish, splish, splish. I'll end.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
A big boy, hee
I
hee.
see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Oh, the dragoon. Let's go talk to him.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Aye, our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star? And yet, upon thee, do I smell the blood of my brethren? Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Oh?
Estinian!
Stay back.
Neon? That small bird was a form of Meteon. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Wait, Estinian's gone.
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Oh my. Anyway, I have food, nums. Also. Southeast. Quite far away as well. Yum yum. Just chips and burger. Oh hey. I'm gonna switch to summoner right now. Oh god, I got a lot of things to do. Right, and then we'll go emotes. Look out. There you go. Just get some XP on it. A wind confluence. Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Whee! A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other side should arrive before long. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting, Alphino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they are unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Oh, ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, there we are. Alice is right. We must press on, for their sake. Question is, who will also die? Will anyone else die? Or sacrifice themselves? Roads paved, I sacrifice. Oh, sacrifice, oh my. As Stoller and Alice said, we must continue. Notice a change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully lest we lose our footing in the sand. Oh, so it's different worlds basically. Memories of different worlds. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, it would appear as an ordinary stone. A curious skip hath yet have been etched upon it. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume that this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Mateon said the dragons world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure, but it's not hard to make out in the distance, but at its surface it seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. 77 yards north. Ah, there. Once I get this, I'll be able to tell. Okay, same amount. Ghostly figure. Hail, travelers! This is a most unexpected occurrence. Hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. His head came off! When the vibration of local vocal cords was still required to convey thoughts and intention, ear, I believe, was the pronunciation used referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced as Kofkud. Yes, Kofkud of the ear. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation by the medium of ether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then? That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we at Ea are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are a comparable biological opposition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,112,108,827. That is rather a lot, isn't it? Ah, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavoured to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring it into existence, of course. Although need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. Hey, stillborn! Your name's back! The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only in the bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we'll answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the ear, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans? in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, be mindful of the ear wandering the desert. Their desires for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me... This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. I fail to see why civilizations so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Interesting, though. Luminon. Oh, those are the things which those that share the same models as the ones which you, the ethereal mimicry things from. I think it was. Ferrosirius Hard? Yeah, Ferrosirius Hard. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures here. Structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable, given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research. For it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we will rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. Well, but while the others are not quite currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. So we're at the abode of the ear now. Very creepy, very interesting. You cast your thoughts towards the crystal domicile, but there is no response. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray, a moment, if you would. Okay, I'll tune here. Down here, let's. Sick healing crystals, I know, right? Why seek our end, do you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged? Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Okay, so let's go speak to Kofkud. Ah! Water! I didn't know that was water. Hello there, Kof. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, then it's likely because their minds have unraveled due to the prolonged idleness. They are naught but concentrated ether now. Worry not. There are no others who have need for those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Oh my. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few here have awakened. Ah, there they are. May I introduce to Lalak, Dudik, and Nenid. It has been too long, Kofkud. I dare say Sadiaev has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I had noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course, the ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is plain to see as the neighbouring systems. But my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one here who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not, in the absence of corporeal forms, and the divergence they afford. Mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kofkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travellers? That is, which to expect to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form? Ah, yes. So long as it has completely explained my mind, and still does. So, what was it again? I can't seem to remember. The fact that heads keep popping off is weird. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Nenny. The archives have long been frozen. Lest we subject ourselves to further dolor, surely you recall that much. Oh, of course, food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. At least they're friendly. That's right, that's right! We duly invite you to join us in a communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. Oh my. Oh. That's something for you. Something for you all. Hee hee. Hee hee. Speak to Kofkud. Fresh flesh abandoned. This facility is where we replenish our ether. There's no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you'd take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please, absorb as much as you like. Why are we going to stand in, like, these specific points in a... You brace yourself for a wash of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate at the Ea's home. Well, this is Ultima Thule. One simply cannot generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarok. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that the memory of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Ah, oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but to draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder. Wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favour us with an explanation? True flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Eo yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy hurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our body demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, It would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered. The truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. Oh my. Fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to its indolent end. Ere we join the ear, there is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Rose, Gradia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Iriange, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Where knowledge leads. Infinite. It uses infinite sign for knowledge. I do like the quest names here. They're replacing random letters with other symbols, like Greek letters or whatnot. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least, though. Bonk. No, Luminon, go away! No, Luminon, go away! Other one. That reminds me of the gravity being from the Omega raids. Yeah. Aye, this place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Mateo made contact with them while they still lived. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the ear before their race perished in their entirety. Thus, could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and, upon that assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to Lino Tale, Mateo perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, a heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an entelechy. In the course of her starfaring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation for their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longer death, Mateon did unleash Dynamis, and ushered the dragons and Ea onto their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, a fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most for desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. As to thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harboured for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favour, and abide in faith that as I fulfill mine own destiny. Oh, Urianger's gonna sacrifice himself to help us proceed, isn't he? If you say my debt has to come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado, then, let us go join our comrades. Oh dear, Urianji is gonna sacrifice himself. Let's be off to Legia. No, I'm gonna teleport. I can't be bothered walking over there again. No. Plus I got 10 mil. Why wouldn't I use it? Seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then?
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Oh no.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe
Big Bang, basically.
could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
AKA the Heat Death of the Universe.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
Oh no, Y'shtola's doing it.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught. But I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge. And no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
It's the bird again. Yeah, it's Meteon. I don't like her official pronunciation, Meteon. I prefer Meteon.
And listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality.
And thus, Uriante sacrificed himself as well.
That thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Whoa! Blue light! Shiny.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
Oh, Meteon's here.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Oh dear. So she's on the dead sun. Or in the dead sun. Graha! Also actually, ooh, there's 2 pluses so far. Have I reached level 80 quests now? Are you all ready to continue on? Then let us make for that where light shone. Y'shtola and Urianger have opened the way for us. Victory lost. So yeah, level 90 now. I'm at level 90 stuffs. Luminion. Spiders! So yeah, they are the stuff that the ethereal mimicry stuffs from Ferrosirius Hard. I do like this area mainly because it's not like oh look, it's Allegan all over again. Like this is all new dead civilizations rather than, although, well, the dragons one isn't, but that one's still rather new to us. Yes, I can feel it. The aether emanating from the Arcane's pattern. This is a portal, and make no mistake. Let us see where it leads. Portal of Wisdom. Okay, we're on Omega's stuff now. Destination. Eliminate. Intruder alert. Yeah, this is Omega's. Like, where Omega is from then. Or memories of where Omega was from, anyway. Amazing, yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived? Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find descendants who are amenable to conversation. We should also get a lay of the land. See how far we can go. I'll help off now with that in the meantime, you and Graha search for friendly folk. Apart from hostile beings, take care of your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. And knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we've finished exploring. I expect the twins will seek the outmost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels and all like. Like those you encountered, they will most likely attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them, and look for others that appear more approachable. Not but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. Oh, hey, Aether Garden there. Overflow Obergon. Actually, what am I doing? Striking dummies. M051. Ooh, gemstone traders here. Look, Rose, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let us see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. This is unknown life forms detected. Assign a generic label. Interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Deep bloop. The planet? What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It appears to be translated as yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Omicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. Omicrons, you say? And what is it you do here? We are preparing for war. As we presently do not designate target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I'll see what else can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others. Measuring combat capability. Result negligible. Subject falls without targeting parameters. Greetings, traveller. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the homeworld of beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Yet though the endeavour yielded a willful combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield these resources, a subsequent costing determined by the losses incurred exceeding the gains. Bleep bloop. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. We're awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. The last one, Sir. Greetings, traveller. When doctoring outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's command and indiscriminately attack on all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Sigma-1. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Okay. You learned a few things? So did I. And we share our findings, however, I believe it's best to step out the outpost. Come with me. Dear me. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come to no surprise, but there was no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. As before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? So the Omicrons seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands. And so they wait. In such a place, who could be it that fits Urianji's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianji said this? During our investigation before we joined you in Alagia. That's the way of it. Why can't you just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and Ea longed for death, the Omicrons longed for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of this dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. M032 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What do you say, you? So, the console we seek lies on the far side of this isle. Given the nature of the ground and the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. So, let's all watch our step and make our way. Delta. Oh, and there's the other two things. Alright, let's get this ether current over here. But yeah, I hope I don't thing. What's it? Catch COVID here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go away, you level trickers. Gemstone trader. Trading code. This program of trade for bicolor gemstones. This unit does not understand what value they hold. Access to reagents gemstone exchange. Yada yada. Dynamis crystal. Oh, neat. I need to farm the fates, to be honest. Get level up the areas. That thing looks weird. Fine, you two. Sleep. Thank you. Now, I bid you adieu. Goodbye. Darn you, S Delta. Yeah. I've now got. This area is very easy to find the Aether cards, considering they're all like, it's all a bloody flat plane. Right. There we go. Switch back to Summoner. Summoner. There we go. There we go. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? You try touching, smacking, and attuning with the console. There is no response. No luck, I see. There must be one way to it. There must be a way to achieve it. There must. Activate it.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough. But if we can't even activate it?
Perhaps there is a way.
Ooh.
First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Or I could use my custom-made Omega Jammer.
Wait, you still have it? Sid and Nero's legendary device which brought low the superweapon Omega. Wait, the actual device was much too big to lug around, so you must only have the control module.
Aww.
Getting all excited. Never mind. An old-fashioned spell will suffice.
No, I like the I made the Catboy excited and then I disappointed him. How could I disappoint the Catboy?
Opening connection to communications module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic matrix signal 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Oh my.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
Oh dear.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alonso and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time, in the hopes we learn something new. Meanwhile, you and Grahal should observe them from a distance. Those beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. And it's the target thing. Okay, I saw something that just ran. You. The Omicron wanders about ceaselessly, as if lacking a clear objective. There we go. Omicron wandering aimlessly. Where? Interesting. Aha, I see it. It's left the base. Let's follow it. Hey, where are you going? The fallow portal. Gulaha? It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. The Tree of Life. A lambda. Ooh. 150 miles to the south, so. Yarms. Yarms to the south, not Marms. $81 mom. Okay, where is it? The only thing south is there. Is it on the... It's down there, I'm guessing. M017. What is your query? Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves. Like we did countless others, we conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way? And to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and resume a state of combat readiness. So, it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply malfunctioning Omicron. They are by no means uncommon. But it may also be a unit possessed of the ability to make decisions. One not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavour to live, even if we must depend on forces out beyond our control. Tell me, Rose, one day, when this adventure becomes part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? You're not here, so you can't be in a story. I'm sorry, what? Oh, of course, why wouldn't you be? You really think so? That would be, No, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind, to the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the inversion which bars our way. Okay, fine. Sleep. Hello, world. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Hello, world. Oh, the first thing any coder usually makes. Southeast, so it should be this direction. Ah, there it is. Attitude. Attitude. There we are. I believe that's that done. Yeah, north now. So, somewhere up there. Still, five currents in that area alone. In this area alone. Neat. So I'm guessing the Ostracon Henna is an Absolute Horizon, etc. is where Meteon can be found. Blah says you found suspicious Omicron. That's good, because units here were of no help. They all said the same thing about the extending operations unit, but there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, I still have to prove it. That it was business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell me you learned something more useful. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those comprised Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what's happened. In attempting to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger. Much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea. I dare say it's worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time, you must allow me to do the honours. We will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Rose, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behaviour. I should mention that, shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed towards the console. At first I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... that could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alphado and I will stand by at the console, and when it is time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this stout-plagued Omicron. Click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack. You're the one that was over in the tree, are you not? Full of Godman found you again. I have a question for you, see. How about the device which sustains the tree? Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Raz began distracting the Omicron. Soon as they will strike the console with lightning. Observe closely. Anomaly! Ooh. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. And that is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know. But before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends at the console. Let us head there.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. His body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme.
Sounds familiar. Cough, cough. Garlemald, cough, cough.
We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
Oh dear.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of whom we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Oh my.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them,
Oh, Groho's sacrificing himself now.
I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
Fist bump!
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me.
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants.
Oh.
If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
And it's now the burb. Burb! And Graha has sacrificed himself for us. Oh, is Sir changing? Oh, it's become crystallized. Like the crystal tower, basically.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Yeah, he has a habit of this, sacrificing himself at the end. The crystalline path, he paved it for us. He has paved it for us. It all leaves so easily, as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick that it'll be just the start. No, poor Isaac. Hold your head. Crystalline path, Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on for our friends and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Look, Rose, a portal has opened. It will surely deliver us true. It must. Well, here is where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let us make our way, one step at a time. Ah, they're following. Our friends got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Gosh, this music is sick. Though. Northwest side, a little bit far away. Listen to the silence. Tancred. Would scout the road ahead. Mistolo and Arianti would trade up opinions on esoteric subjects. Blaha would join in their discussion. Ross chat with me and Elizé about the mission. Nestinian would be at the rear, apart, yet present. All the while you would come and go, wherever you are needed, and together we would travel. All I can hear are my footfalls, my heartbeat. It's so much quieter now. But the fact we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? Gaze at the distant stars. The innumerable lights that shine in the distance. To think that they all could have birthed civilizations. To think that everything they built has gone to dust. Their peoples lost to despair. Of the stars floating in a sea of midnight, ours is a lonely aberration. And yet, no matter how many worlds have met their ends, with you and Elizé beside me, there's nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. Those broken stars I see, shattered, ruptured, unravelled. I wonder if they're also worlds recreated at their ends. The sight of them fills me with sorrow I cannot describe, and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death, whence we came and where we'll return. A wheel from which there is no escape. Look back on the path. Oh, it's barely visible from up here. Truly, we've come far. Much farther than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It is because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them. The Hydaelyn has entrusted us with this mission, and with the fate of the very star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now, I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather, alive. I'd go about my day, relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? But none of it. No. No! I won't give up these experiences. Good and bad, they are mine. They are me. For a word of comfort. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from journey's end. It'll all be over before we know it. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me. Don't you worry. If it's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone. And while we're here, We'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Bear our share of the burden. Ah, this is it, the end of the path, and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be great hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. In what we achieved, and how it has changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for, and dying for, as they did. There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for it all the same. And for you, most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just, after all the help you've given me, for once, I want to be the one to help you. There's a lot of people up here. The necropolis. This is almost... normal. It's not unlike any cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings, or invisible to our senses. I'm wrong on both accounts. There is simply no one here. Mateon! This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None live to speak for the dead, and they are gone. Gone! Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. You think you've caught me? This form is barely a drop in the ocean that swells within the dead sun. Even so, I could easily unmake you. You are still only alive because of your comrades. But they cannot protect you forever. Until they fade away, I'll satisfy myself with watching you try, and fail, to find a way out of this lifeless place. If there is no one here, then neither should there be an emotion to bar our way. Yet Mateon seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Ooh, the last thing? There's the last one. Whatever Mateon may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. We need to have a look around. Indeed. At the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it shouldn't take too long to cover the area. Vantage point. Doesn't seem to be anyone here. Perhaps you could try calling out? Hello? If anyone is hurt, they do not respond. The object resembles a tree, and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material, erected in a place of an actual tree, or to serve some other purpose. Perhaps. Regardless, there is no one left to explain, to tell the story. Were it not for the thick layer of dust, one could imagine someone drinking from these cups but moments ago. Bar counter. This place is reminiscent of a spa, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped counters line the shelves, with a loose fuse sitting on the counter. Vessels for the beverages, in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. Also, the lack of music here is very creepy. In the distance, you glimpse Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If no one can hear me, say something. Your call echoes faintly before being swallowed by the silence. God, this would have been perfect for them to release at Halloween, to be honest. Because this is so unsettling. Though set slightly on the ground. This appears to be a door. Slightly off the ground, it appears to be a door. Well, the object to the left could be letterboxes. The door was rusted shut, and the film of dust all over suggests that no one has come through in a long, long time. Agree. Rose, look at this. Take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could just take it to beneath the dead sun. I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see. I noticed the same things. Cups left upon tables, chairs out of place. I don't know what happened here, but I do know I don't want to be alone anymore. We've searched enough for now. Let's find out now and compare what we've learned. So creepy! Ah! Also, is there any other currents here? North, west, no. Okay, I'm guessing, yeah. On the main islands, they only are.
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen.
Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out.
Oh?
Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alize and I can overcome their will.
Oh no. They're going to sacrifice themselves. I promised your parents I'd keep you safe.
I know. I know. But if there is a chance this will work, then I would take it. For everyone, and for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, she's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
Alize, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end.
Yeah.
This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Of course. Alize is always the reckless one.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters. As did they share their own grim findings with you. Overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear. I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude.
Oh dear.
Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Atheris has a proper end.
Oh no.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Burp again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
Oh dear, the twins. And we are alone. You got your you got your present already, Toxic. Ooh, nice. Everything is horrendous. Everyone else has sacrificed themselves so that we may move forward. Earlier in Old Charlian. New photos with a phone. Ooh. Fun. Fun, fun.
Please. Please. Oh, please let them all be safe.
Oh no.
Cryle? Are you all right?
Your hobby is to make photos. Ooh, ooh.
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry, an associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Oh? Who might that be? Gaius? Xenos? Probably Xenos. Could be Xenos. Especially with Kryle's look of shock and horror. In a city devoid of life, you sense the presence of another. The sorrow of 1,000 words weighs heavy, and yet you can walk on. Unable to execute certain
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Ooh, voices from the past.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
My.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
Basically, quotes from old friends and
we for our part are
acquaintances.
glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
A future shaped by the choices we made in ways we could never foresee.
Ostracon. Henna.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home. I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
I can't place most of these, to be honest, but
Look to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
there's Meteon.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it.
Oh dear.
Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You have suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world. You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful. I came to appreciate most about our stars, that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Well, Emmett Silk. I'll reach you. I'll find a way. I always do. Hehe. Oh, it's Azem and... not Azem. It's Emmett Silk and Hythlodaeus.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Take a step. Fabulous! Thanks for the raid. Heyo. How you doing?
Meteor. Though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
Everyone returns!
May you ever walk in the light.
And there goes Heidlin's, the last of Heidlin's power, I guess.
Ugh, how disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
Oh dear.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Aetheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Come with us, Mateo. Ooh, crack! The star is cracking. Ooh, everything's falling. Oh dear. Is that the egg she was talking about?
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting.
It's old Mateo back. The cute one.
End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
And there goes Burb, Mateo.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Hydaelyn's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World, the sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles? What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you.
Well, we know one of the identities of the 12. We know Azem. Or Azim, rather. Azim is Azem.
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Of course, Emmett.
Oh, don't be that way.
Is that the last we'll see of Emmett Silk? Okay, real quick. Ah! My Discord keeps crashing. While we wait for it to load, let us shout out a certain fabulous streamer. What were you playing? Oh, you were playing Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fair enough. How was that time? How was that fabulous then? Gosh, it's taking a while to load. Yeah, I am still live, so... Final Fantasy, why? Load! Please load! Please load! Don't crash! Do not crash on me! Please do not crash. I'll scream if you crash. No! Oh. You saw nothing. Okay, well, I have... That ain't good. Come on! Alright. Oh dear. Oh, fun. I got a... Okay, so it's an authentication error. I've got to restart the game. Oh, dear me. Well, let us relaunch that game. Relaunch Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully, things go well. Hopefully, I say. Oh. Darn crashes. They suck. Yeah. At least everyone's back. They're alive. They didn't sacrifice themselves. Although my Discord's having a problem as well. Is my net just derping? Discord's back. Everything is derping right now. I think my net's just completely balked. Which is great. Like nothing's loading. One sec, I'm gonna go do a net text. F indeed. Hey, Toxic. Like, it's still streaming and whatnot, it's just nothing else is loading. Like, Discord Sports. I think just something's eating up all my bandwidth, and it's just... Ugh. Combine test, let's see. Oh, it only took one attempt to find my download speed. Yeah, my download speed's fucked up right now, apparently. I'm still live, though, so my upload speed is fine, apparently. It should be fine. Or not. No, yeah, it is. So, upload speed's fine, hence why I'm still streaming. My download speed's the problem. Yeah. 111 kilobits per second. Download speed. I don't have much to send, true. Yeah, my upload speed is 16.5 megabits. So yeah, something is throttling my download speed to no end. Yeah, I don't have much to send. Really, it's just like 3,000 kilobits per second is the bit rate. Oh, Final Fantasy's loading now. Okay, I think it's working now. Hope, hope, hope. There we are. Now we can get back in, right? Quick. So glad the queues have died down. Like, only 31 now. Compared to, yeah. Compared to what it was at expansion launch at about like 2,000, 3,000. That was pain. That was entire pain. Oh. We can continue. I do love this artwork though. There we are, I'm here. Reality. I don't think I never knew what to say to the man. In retrospect, it always felt like the wrong thing. But the past notwithstanding, he came to your aid in your moment of need. New World and Q like 4K people, yeah. We are here, and we will not squander this chance he has given to us. We will see this tale to a triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain fall. There's the Aether Current, meaning I can now fly if I decide to go get all the other Aether Currents, but I can't be asked doing that right now. Instead, Endwalker. Ooh, this is the final quest. Are you ready, Rose? Then, let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond a doubt. So, I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Mateon has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of the others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them otherwise. To hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, and you all have helped me. Everyone's going home today. Understood? Aye. And into the final dungeon. The dead ends. Now, I'm gonna normal do this because... Fuck. Thing. What's it called? Yeah, that's it. Fuck, trusts in dungeons. They suck. Trust in the trail. Oh, they're fine. Better even than Brando's, but in dungeons, not so much. Anyway, I am gonna teleport down to here. Oop, sorry. And let's go find some Aether currents, because why not? Northeast. That way. Okay, I'll probably be on the Odoving area. Northwest. This way. Hee. I've done it. Northeast. Ah, there it is. Yeah, just waiting now. This one, east. This way. Hee. Oh, and we're going in.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn.
Ooh, we're flying.
Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Whee! my.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Okay, no, okay. I see Mateon's with us. Okay. And flare. Paradox. Hehe. And then... Oh. Are they all... They're all afflicted with despair. Okay, onwards.
Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Oh dear. Okay, there we go. More fire. Paradox. Down. High fire. High fire. Flare. And again. Final font and flare again. Hehe. Wizard. Okay, we're about to thing. Stick Rebuloff. Ooh, my.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
Okay, let's go. come on. I was so close. Alright, I'm messing up big time. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the problem. If people keep running away from certain people, Oh, okay, so the wind is pointing to where the AoEs are gonna go, I guess. Yeah, okay. I figured this out now.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
Visions of another world unfold before your eyes. Oh dear.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the self-same lives it had saved.
Oh dear. So very mechanical one this time. Okay. Boom. 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 Flare. Oh, I messed up, but oh well. There's it. Oh no. There's it. Freeze. Then high fire. Okay, we continue.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
Oh my. Yeah, this is very
They tried
dark
to
and
buy
desolate.
peace with fire and steel.
thunder. Thunder again, and then we'll foul. Blah. Or despair banner. Okay. Last string of aiming. Nope, don't need that. Oh, all life forms must be eliminated. Peace. Oh dear. Ah! We'll switch. This is on. Paradox. We don't need to. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Saved it just in time. Okay, getting close before I get yeeted. My frames dropped there, like thing. Whoa! Lag! No! Lag again! Ooh, I think everyone got a bit of lag there, I think. Oof. Oh dear me. Well, time to retry that again. So what's the word here actually called? Inevitability. Oh my. Spooky. They've got, they're wearing gear, they're wearing different gear. Ooh, right. Right, here we go again. Getting close because I don't want to get empty. Again. Hey, I'm Mary. We're in the final dungeon, the final stretch. Oh, I'm lagging again. Ow. I've been having lag problems now recently. Ow. Like this. I might have to just suspend stream. Because, yeah, I can't do anything like this. Look how much lag I'm getting. Ah! Everything just stood still. It's my thing, like, sending nothing, receiving nothing, yeah. Ugh. It seems to be going on with my Discord, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's... my net's just dying, basically. Upload speed's fine. Download speed's not. My download speed's just... dead. Completely. I've got to wait to log back in again. Wait for me to log out and then to log back in. Am I even dropping? Has my stream died completely now, or is it my phone that's just... might be my phone. Okay, I'm in the queue to log back in. Gotta wait, wait. I just want to finish today, but game doesn't want me to. I got still going, so that's good. Oh, never mind. Everyone's dead. Come on, tank, you can do that. Just run. You can do it, tank. Dum and a dum bam. I love the music. Oh, you got a bone stack, oh dear. Ooh, so close, so close. Ooh. 10,000 peacekeeper units. Oh my. You can do it. Yay, he did it. Oh, and now the tank's gonna be RB.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
I'll read it. Oh my. Oh my. Final load. The 18th end. Ooh. Still inevitability. Oh my. This place looks pretty. What do you think, Izzy? Ostracon Hexi, Ostracon Octo, Ostracon Decahepta. Oh, it's a dark material on
Farther
this one.
still existed a star without strife.
Oh my.
Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
Death delivered on golden wings. So basically they're killing each other with... killing themselves with, like... things? Like those enemies, basically. When they're killing themselves. Then we'll flare away. Ah, goddammit, controller disconnected. Boom. Boom. Thunder. Fire. And again. And again. And flare. Big boom. And even bigger boom.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy.
Okay, it seems we're just fighting here. Or not. Lag again. Fucking lag. Ugh. This sucks. Ugh. It's like, why is my net being so bad right now? Ugh. I really like how I can just keep casting Paradox over and over again. I like the look of it. Hehe. Oh, caught up. Nice. And lag again. Why is this so bad? My net is shitting itself. Equip Me's. Toxic seems to restore fire each time. Scope grants healing effect when duration expires. Potency based on number of remaining stacks. Okay. Oh, there we go, there's my crash. Yeah. That plugin I'm using, the no-kill plugin, prevents me from basically getting booted out of the game when I crash. As, well... it is annoying when you get booted out of the game when you crash. To say the least. Yeah, I think I'll just finish this dungeon and then I'll do the trial next time, and then we'll do other stuffs later. Well, I'll do other stuffs next time. I just want to finish this dungeon at least right now. Big hugs, all the cuties. Oh, I've skipped the cutscene here though, unfortunately. Rala.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
And again, it's already lagging. I was in the mood to finish this, but then, nope. Net had to bloody die on me. And what on earth is throttling my download speed? It's weird how it's only my download speed, not my upload speed also. Because I'm still live, you can all still see me. It is so weird. Big hugs. I'm probably dead. They're never going to be able to use the limp break because of me keeping disconnecting. My net is atrocious right now. If I disconnect one more time, I'm just going to give up and call it there. We'll continue. We'll restart the dungeon and then continue where I left off. Probably on Sunday. Okay, no, this ain't working. I ain't coming back. Fuck it. My net doesn't want to agree with me. Alright, let's see if I can find someone live. Keyword if. If my net decides it wants to load. Sorry about this, everyone. Fuck Virgin Media. That's my net provider, by the way. Let's go say hi to Valty. She's playing Final Fantasy XIV. She's a big cutie. You're a big cutie. So we'll raid her. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully, where I'm going to be playing some Halo. Some original Halo with Izzy. Anyway, see you all darlings later. Bye bye. Oh yeah, raid messages here. Bye bye, cuties.